Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this video, I'm going to take a look at the top 8 best decks in Hearthstone after the Castle Nathria miniset Maw and Disorder. And what can I say about these decks? Well, Maw and Disorder miniset so far has been quite a disappointment. It did do some of the things, it kind of did some of the things that it promised to do, like Aggro Demon Hunter is stronger now. Paladin is stronger now. The problem is that they started so low that they are still not strong enough to make it to this top 8. And also, looking at this top 8, comparing these to the decks that were on the top right before the miniset, then all these 8 archetypes were the top archetypes. And out of these 8 archetypes, 5 of these decks are exactly the same as they were before the miniset. 3 of the decks have incorporated some new miniset cards, 5 of the decks haven't changed a single bit. So yeah, this miniset has been a bit of a disappointment so far. But anyway, let's take a look at the top decks at the moment. First of all, coming in at number 8 we have Naga Priest. And well, Naga Priest is exactly the same as it used to be. It still has its upside, still has some of that explosiveness, but on the other hand it just cannot be strong enough. And at number 7 we have Aggro Druid. Aggro Druid is still super cheap. So yeah, you can still play a super cheap deck all the way to Legend. So Aggro Druid has really saved budget players, but on the other hand you might start to get a little bit tired because that's it. Aggro Druid is this. It didn't get anything in the miniset, it's the exact same list that it was before the miniset, but it's still playable if you like to play. And at number 6 we have the first deck that's actually incorporating a new card from the miniset. It is Control Shaman, or otherwise known the pile all your legendaries in this deck Shaman. And this deck, it saw a new legendary, it grabbed a new legendary, and it's going forward with it. So it actually did trade out a legendary. Murloc Holmes is out. Murloc Holmes was kind of the awkward 40th card in the deck anyway, and Sylvanas the Accused is in. Control Shaman is one of the most player-friendly decks in the game. It doesn't really have a lot of strengths, like its best matchups, Enrage Warrior and Blessed Priest. Who even plays those things? On the other hand, it also does not have a lot of weaknesses, so you tend to always have a chance in the game with Control Shaman. It's just a jack of all trades, master of none. At number 5 we have another deck that has a couple of new miniset cards in it. It's Ramp Druid, and Ramp Druid has been able to incorporate Sylvanas the Accused again. A very strong card in these sorts of decks that go pretty late and have a lot of tokens in them, and then Sylvanas just becomes so useful. Ramp Druid is also using 2 copies of Due Process, so it turns out that that extra card draw was more useful in the slower Druid deck after all. At number 4 we have Imp Warlock. Previously I listed the variations of Imp Warlock as the same archetype, but that has been incorrect I suppose, because Imp Warlock and Curse Imp Warlock, while they share some of the matchups, like their strength against Ramp Druid and their weakness to Naga Priest, they also have some matchups that are exactly the opposite. And it looks to me like Imp Warlock is the weaker of these two by a little bit, because that weakness to Spooky Mage is kind of a problem right now because Mage is becoming more and more popular. Whereas coming in at number 3 we have the Curse variant of Imp Warlock, pretty much the same matchup spread. This one is strong against Spooky Mage. Curse Imp Warlock though is slightly unfavored against Beast Hunter, whereas the regular version of Imp Warlock is able to get that matchup a little bit closer to 50-50. But that difference is not major enough to compensate for the complete flip of the matchup against Spooky Mage. Speaking of Spooky Mage is currently the 2nd strongest deck in the game, and one of the few decks that can actually boast an above 50% win rate against Beast Hunter. So more Beast Hunters, the merrier it is for Mage. As for the Mage deck itself, not a single card has been changed, it's exactly the same deck as it used to be before the miniset. And finally the best deck in the game, Beast Hunter. Beast Hunter also incorporates one new miniset card with Defense Attorney Nathanos, which is kind of okay in this deck. Beast Hunter has a bunch of good matchups. Its only major weakness is Blessed Priest, and its other minor weakness is Spooky Mage. So Beast Hunter is just super strong, currently seeing play even over 30% of the meta on some ranks is Beast Hunter. So we'll see what Blizzard is going to do about this situation. Currently, the mini set just isn't that impactful. I mean, Nathnos is a fine card, Sylvanas is a fine card, Due Process is seeing play in Ramp Druid, then in Wild, actually, the new Secret Mage synergy cards are also seeing play. So there's a few cards here and there, notably a couple of legendary cards that are actually good. But other than that, it just hasn't been able to shake up the meta. The archetypes that it has buffed are still not strong enough to make it to the top lists. So yeah, we'll see. Probably something will have to happen to this meta. But in the meantime, just playing Beast Hunter is the answer to all of your problems. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.